Today at Manchester Theatres, I am with Manchester's very own Laura Littlewood because she's going to be performing in Noel Coward's Blithe Spirit. It's coming to Hope Mill Theatre from the 12th of February. Now, many of you may recognise Laura as the feisty reporter Suki, who is a regular in Coronation Street. But Laura has also been in other whopping shows such as Waterloo Road and Emmerdale. Laura has also previously worked with Her Productions, who are the brilliant company putting on Blithe Spirit. So we are in the best of company to tell us what is going to be going on. So Laura, thank you so much for joining me today. And yeah, tell us what was it like that you just had to come straight back to Her Productions because you've worked with them before.
Yeah, I've worked with Hannah and the team, was it 2-3 years ago on a production called Vagina Cake, which was a brand new comedy drama, which we developed in lockdown. That was a really exciting piece. But I mean, I've known Hannah personally for a really, really long time. We started out doing like fringe theatre, bits and bobs, like about 11 years ago. But Her Productions are just absolutely smashing it right now, particularly in the last couple of years. The piece of work they're putting out is really, really exciting and important. So, of course, I'm going to come back. It's the absolute dream team.
It really, really is. And they always like to put their own little twist on things, don't they? So can you tell us, with the Her Productions twist, what we can expect from Blithe Spirit? So the story in what's it about?
I've got to be careful because I don't want to give you any spoilers.
Yes.
I don't want to reveal too much. I think in the promo you've seen that we're going to put an exciting Bridgerton twist to it. So we'll be in Regency dress, which is an absolute dream of mine. All of my favourite films and programmes over the years have been Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility. So this is just like an absolute dream come true for me. And also I think we're going to bring that sassiness, that sexiness to the show. I mean, obviously Noel Coward is incredible, and it will just be very funny, very snappy, but with a bit of extra sass, I'd say, without saying any more.
I like it. Just enough to draw us in, but you're not giving it away. Yeah. So Noel Coward's Blithe Spirit, we've got this sort of séance thing going on. He's caught between two wives. He's been invited to this thing, and you are playing Violet Bradman, aren't you? So introduce us to Violet. Who is she?
Well, Violet is she's brilliant to play. She's a bit of a snob. I'd say she's an attention deprived socialite. I don't think she gets out much these days, so this is a very exciting evening for her. She's an attention starved socialite who's a bit of a flirt as well. So yeah, she's just great fun to play, and in the mix of all the characters, they're all so contrasting and vibrant. It's a really brilliant mix of characters.
And she tends to sort of put a foot in it a little bit, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Sort of speaks without thinking, kind of thing.
Yeah. I can relate a lot to Violet. It just adds to the comedy. She's brilliant to play, very funny, can never get it right, desperately wants to impress, but yeah, fails every time.
And we've got these two women in it. So we've got Elvira, who is the first wife, who is now on the other side, and then we've got the current wife, Ruth. Do you think that Violet would be Team Elvira or Team Ruth?
We talked a lot about this in rehearsals, and I think she is definitely Team Elvira. I'd like to think that when Elvira was alive, Violet and her were like a little bit of a team.
Yeah.
They would be in the corner having a good click and a bit of a bitch. Ruth's an intellect. She's very smart. She's very clever, very headstrong, and yeah, they don't work well together. Which you'll hopefully see in the show. It's very funny to watch.
And so with the ending of Blithe Spirit. Again, I'm not asking for any spoilers, but if you've seen the play and you've seen the film, they've got two very different endings. So are we, without telling me, do you follow either one of those endings, or do you have your own Her Productions twist ending?
I think we're keeping quite traditional. Yeah, without saying too much. Obviously Hannah likes to, with Her Productions, like to draw out interesting threads, and will bring some colour into the mix. But without saying any more, I think we are keeping it fairly classic, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it's Noel Coward, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, this piece was written during the war as a kind of way to give hope to people with all the death that was going around, that, you know, there is something else there. And I think that kind of theme is so timeless, isn't it? Do you think that's why this particular piece is still intriguing and so popular to people?
I think this is the joy of theatre, isn't it? And what it can bring to people. And we can watch something and laugh at ourselves and laugh at our own behaviours, and maybe unpack a subject like loss and love and the supernatural, but we can explore it in a fun, farcical way. And yeah, I think that's just, and also just have fun. I think in times when, I mean, like for lockdown, for instance, what did we want to do? We just wanted to inhale escapism, didn't we? We needed to find joy where we can. And I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with just coming and having a good laugh. Like, yeah. Isn't that wonderful? Just to go and just to be immersed in a story, and just to have fun. And I mean, that is what we hope as well. Of course, there'll be parts of the show that will make us think, but I think primarily just go and have a good laugh. I mean, yeah. What a joy!
Yeah,
and we need it more than ever, don't we?
Absolutely. And he really is the master of it. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
So many. Yeah, there's so many quotes and things that, you know, that are so Noel Coward. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's a séance that takes place within the show. So if you, so not Violet, but if you could attend a séance, say we no sort of belief if it's real or it's not, just say it was, and you could sort of summon any celebrity that is now on the other side, who do you think you would like to meet? Putting you on the spot.
Oh my goodness. Amy Winehouse. I think maybe. And I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I'm sure I'll go away from this interview and go, I should have said this. I remember when Amy Winehouse died, it massively affected me. It really impacted me. Her music is just phenomenal. And you know, even now I'll just immerse myself in some of her incredible work, yeah, I love her music. So yeah, that was somebody I you know, when you feel like you've got a connection with someone who you've never met and who's, you know, completely removed from you, but yeah, Amy Winehouse, I'll say her.
Amy Winehouse. That's a good one. And of course, this is all taking place at Hope Mill Theatre, where you have performed many times before as well. So being from Manchester, and working with Her Productions at Hope Mill, I mean, it's just like this gorgeous intersection of everything coming together, isn't it? What do Hope Mill mean to you? Because I mean, it's brilliant what they do, isn't it? A small place, they're mighty.
Yeah. Well, I've said before, like they are a real Manchester gem. I think what Will and Joe have done with the venue, and just that with the name and the brand is brilliant in such a small space of time, I think. And for me personally, I mean, just what they've done for emerging artists, and the platform that they have there is really important for Manchester. And for me, it's where I feel like I had my first few tries at theatre there. I did little showcases, and I have more experience in TV than theatre, and it was just a place. It was a bit of a training ground for me actually when I first started, and it's they're very embracing of emerging artists, and that's really important.
Yeah, and they do amazing cakes as well. I always say that about the cakes there.
Don't forget the cakes.
So I'm going to bring your two worlds together now then. So if Suki from Coronation Street was going to do a bit of a dishy sort of inside gossip snoop about Violet, what do you think she'd be writing about her?
Oh, I think, again, without saying too much, I think Violet is on the brink of a scandal. I think she's desperate for fun and excitement in her life, and that might get her in trouble. So, and I think she's probably has a bit of a name for herself in the village. So I think Suki would get her claws in big time. Yeah, definitely. Whenever there's a bit of drama, Suki's there.
Yeah. I remember that this was written, like way back now. And the times for women then are so different to what we've got now. So yeah, when you're seeing things with Noel Coward, it's that's kind of the joy of it, isn't it? To A, celebrate his laughter, but B, sort of see how he does it actually quite empower women, but how far we've come at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But also I think people will sit there and relate to the partnerships and the marriages that are on display. Because yes, we have come so far, but then there is still behavior patterns and again, without saying too much of what the characters will bring out from the piece. I think there'll be things that people will still relate to.
Yeah. I love that you just keep teasing us. You're like, oh, we're not giving too much away. Basically, no, absolutely. But you know what? It's brilliant because basically we have to come and watch the show, don't we? We have to come and watch it. Thank you so much for your time today, Laura. It's been a treat chatting with you. And you've got to go and watch it to find out what is going to go on in Blithe Spirit. You can catch it at Hope Mill Theatre from the 12th of February. So we will see you there, and got to do the cheesy pun. It is going to be spooktacular. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thanks, bye.